What is up, you guys? It is, of course, me, the one and only. It's DC Cats. Welcome back to today's video. I'm joined with Ashley, and I thought that I just kind of want to have a talk about Creepshow 1 through 3. So, Creepshow, I grew up with kind of, like, I remember seeing some parts of it here and there. I'm going to take off my glasses so that there's no glare. But I remember growing up with Creepshow, like, I knew parts of it, but I couldn't tell you one thing about any of them. So I really wanted to see them, though, when I'm like, oh, wow, I did see these. So we just watched Creepshow 1 through 3. First I'm going to run through the ones from 1 and 2, because we watched those a little while ago now. So you can have a refresher of all the titles. We literally just got done watching number 3. So in number 1, we had the Wraparound Story, obviously. It was live action in number 1. Then we have Father's Day. You remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
We have The Lonesome Death of Jordy Verrill. Of course, starring everyone's favorite Stephen King. Something to Tide You Over. Whole bunch of good names in that one. The Crate. And then, I'm trying to remember, what was this one?
The Bugs.
Oh yeah, the Roach one. That one's called They're Creeping Up on You. And then at number 2, of course, we have Old Chief Woodenhead, The Raft, and The Hitchhiker with a wraparound. And then the third one does not have a wraparound. So let's start off with Creepshow number 1. Our opinions of it. My opinion, it's a pretty good movie. Unfortunately, we didn't watch it in the theatrical version. We will once we get the steelbook of it, but we watched an old TV edit of it, basically, so it was cropped as shit. But I like the comic edits of it. I like how weird it is. And standout for me is definitely the creature one, the Crate.
Yes.
That's a very good one. Of course, most of them were pretty good in that one. So I thought all in all it was a pretty good, pretty unique movie. Of course, I hated the zombie parts, but what are you going to do? You have the guy who made zombie movies popular, and I don't know what the fuck's up with Stephen King, but he loves zombies. He can say he doesn't, but everything he makes is fucking zombies in it. What's your favorite one from Creepshow 1? I'm super curious.
It was also the Great.
Well, that was a good one. There was like an actual monster, a practical effect monster. It was really well written.
I like the guy who hated his wife.
Yeah, he kept like having these visions of how to kill his wife, and then he just like fed her to this monster. And then at the end, of course, the monster breaks loose. So you know. Number 2, and I don't remember the exact date. It's like 80s, early 80s. Number 2 is also an older movie too, practical effects. According to Wikipedia, I don't remember if I saw in the things or not. Oh no, yeah, he was. I think. Tom Savini is also did number 2. I don't remember if that's true, but Wikipedia said so. I think I saw it. I don't recall.
Yeah, and they're always right.
But either way, also practical effects. Of those ones, what was your favorite story?
I'm going through it in my head again.
There's only 3.
The Indian one.
Yes, that's my favorite too. That's a pretty good one. That's a standout one to me. The Hitchhiker one's alright, and the Raft is alright, but yeah, that one is really, really good. So that's the best of that one. The Crate is the best of the first one. And now the reason I'm making this video, because we're just watching these. We really like anthology movies. We love anthology movies. We're on a quest to see every anthology movie made. I guess this will be the first video on this channel of that quest. When Halloween time comes closer, I'll probably make a video of top 10 anthology movies to watch. Reason I'm making this specific video about Creepshow. What the fuck was Creepshow 3? So Creepshow 3 made super way later. Not in the 80s, not in the 90s. 2007. The intro was fucking weird. It looked like a cross of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and like I can't remember the name of the show. There's this weird fucking show that I used to watch on Adult Swim. I remember like there was a lady with no arms and legs. I don't know what the fuck the show was called. But it just reminded me of something weird as shit like that. I assumed it was going to be bad, but I was hoping so bad it's good, and I was assuming there would be CG. At first I was like, okay, the intro was kind of shitty, but there's practical effects. Boy, is that abandoned really quickly. And they weren't even great practical effects, but it's just the CG kept dialing up and up and up with each short. Oh man, that was an abomination. The best practical effects we got were in the one Call Girl where she fucking stabs him to death, and then, you know, it turns out, oh, he's still alive, and he's got like this weird face on. I don't know if you caught it later in the day or in the movie when they were transforming at the party, right? All their like vampire creatures or whatever. I don't know if you noticed this. That was all CG. They didn't even keep the practical mask for the second scene. There's only 2 scenes with this guy in it. They didn't keep the mask for the second scene. And then it's that weird CG where it's fucking warping everything. It looks super bad. So what do you think of Creepshow 3? Like, was it so bad it was good? Was it just silly? Like, what are your opinion on it?
I liked it.
Of course you did. You like everything.
Overall, I liked it, yeah.
The part that I liked the best was probably with the doctor. That was so over-the-top stupid. And that's like, Creepshow 3 is the one out of all of them that's like, this is a comedy. This is nothing else but a comedy. If I had to pick one that I genuinely really liked, that was the best well-written, probably the doctor one. There was one about a radio, like I don't even know what the deal is with that. All I know is it came from the professor. So like apparently it's giving them radios that are like sentient or something, and also want to invest in stock market. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say the 2 kids like dismembering the professor's wife is pretty great. It's just so silly. There's just blood going everywhere. He's like caressing the thigh, like, oh, it feels so real. That was pretty good. But if I had to recommend of Creepshow 1 through 3, my recommendation would be Creepshow 1 all the way. It's such a unique film. I love it. How it's just like, it'll randomly, the scene will just be washed in blue or in red or in green. I like how there's like random comic filters, super weird like Dutch angles, but they're like way more than you would see in any kind of movie that would, it's just so unique. And there's a lot of good practical effects and very good writing. And it felt perfect length, not too long but not too short. Creepshow 2, pretty good. Less stories, there's only 3 stories. But it's not that great. The Hitchhiker one's really iffy. I would say 2 of the 3 of those stories, so. Creepshow 1, definitely watch. Give it a watch. Creepshow 2, I don't know, man. If you're looking for something that's available, watch it. Creepshow 3, I mean, maybe if you want to smoke some joints and, you know, fucking pop it in, have a good time, I don't know how else I could recommend that piece of shit. It wasn't so bad it was good, but it was pretty wacky to the point where I could see you watching it because it's so bad it's good, but I wouldn't put it in that category. Ashley likes it though. Out of the 3, how would you rank them?
Okay, first, I want to say the one problem I had. The first and the second, you're talking about the wraparound story. They both had, like, a little boy, right, that needed help. He was going through something. I hated that they had it for those 2, but not the third one. I felt like it was really missing.
Yes. Oh, also, yeah, the third one is, on Wikipedia, it compared it to Pulp Fiction. Spoiler, I haven't watched Pulp Fiction yet. It's on our watch list, though, of movies. But, of course, I think of other anthologies, it's like Trick or Treat, which does not work out for this, but also, that I totally forgot, yes, Wraparound 2, in Creepshow 2, it's animated, which I actually prefer that over the live action one. I thought that was better. But yes, that was a huge problem with the third one, that there was no wraparound story, and I feel like for this specific kind, it needs one. It needs a wraparound.
Yeah, but I loved the professor. He was fun.
Yeah. Well, where would you rank the 3 movies? Most wanting to watch, middle, like and then the third one you would not watch again unless you were under the influence of drugs.
Well, I don't think mine would even go that low, but mine would be first, third,
Wow.
second. The second one, I really don't
Over the
like the
cheese?
hitchhiker.
Well, yeah, I don't either, but that Indian one, if you are not an American, when we say Indian, we mean Native American, just for the record. We don't mean actual Indians. That's a really good one. That's such a good short. I love it. How he comes to life when he takes vengeance on the bad people. Of course, that's a little silly too, but I really like that one. And then you have the animated wraparound story. Wow. You would choose this doctor making fun of Asian people and giving a homeless man a dirty hot dog like he's a fucking TikTok prankster?
Oh, I don't know how he died from it. Was it just the hot dog?
I don't know.
Was it poisoned?
It was poisoned dirt. Yeah, I don't know. It was just silly.
So it probably wasn't even the doctor's fault.
Well, I think it was his fault. I mean, he was telling this lady to get undressed and bend over his desk so he can check her wrist.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know if you're kind of doctor.
Yeah.
Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to comment, or not comment, top of the description down below, URL to Amazon if you want to buy any of the 3 Creepshows. I recommend we both recommend number 1 the most, so that's what I'll link to. Forget about 2 and 3. 2 is on, 2 and 3 are both on Prime, I think. I think 2 is on Prime right now. 3 is definitely on Prime because we literally just watched it. Oh god, if you never watched any of them, do not watch 3 first. I beg you. You'll fucking hate it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Bye everybody.